today's session on yeah uh, today's session on MongoDB. So we'll just quickly start. You guys have maybe joined. Okay. So as you can see on my screen, I will just share my one of the document which we will be discussing it today. Yeah. So let me share my this particular document. Stop sharing and then sharing. Yeah. So I hope after this particular document, what we will do is we'll go back to our I mean MongoDB doc, which is official on MongoDB's website, and then we'll try to explore those. And in the meanwhile, we will just try to check out this doc which I have prepared. So first was introduction to MongoDB data modeling and its importance. So basically, data modeling in MongoDB is the process of, as you can see, designing how data is organized and structured in the database. So database contains different schemas contains tables. So basically we have like the process of designing the data is to be organized in this particular database in a structured way. So this is the one which is in the behind the scenes of MongoDB data modeling. So the importance is basically directly impacts query performance, scalability, and adaptability to changing applications requirements. Maybe tomorrow, let's say you own a company and you have some database in that backend other thing. Maybe you own a e-commerce platform, so you will be having a like database in which you are storing a real-time data of maybe website, maybe orders, maybe products, inventory, something like that. And then after storing all the data, you will be hiring some analyst, and they will be running some queries. So it will surely directly impact the performance of the query, which can be like select star from orders table, where maybe orders id equals to this, or maybe city equals to xyz. And scalability as well, because scalability is a very important thing, because let's say today you are serving 1,000 customers, but your target maybe is to serve maybe 1 million customers in maybe 2 years, couple of years down the line. So you should be prepared for that as well. And yeah, at the same time, it is adaptable to changing application requirements. So one of the example here which I want to take you through is, in a blog application, data modeling determines how blog posts, comments, and user profiles are stored and linked together. So whenever in a particular in any blog application, data modeling helps us to determine the blog posts, comments, and user profile, how it is stored, and basically how they are linked together. So this is a very important maybe a thing which helps you determine the storage and the link between maybe user profile and maybe comment sections, or at the same time maybe blog posts. So this was a brief about this particular MongoDB data modeling and its importance. Now we will just talk more about, yeah, let me just check if you have any doubts. Can't hear anything, is it? Yeah. Yeah, Himshika, are you able to hear me now? I hope so. Okay. So we'll just proceed with, yes, okay. So we'll just proceed with the next one, I think. Let me know if you have doubts at any moment. We'll help you resolve those doubts. Next thing is document-oriented database paradigm and how MongoDB structures data. So basically, MongoDB structures data in like stores data as it is mentioned here, binary JSON. That is also BSON, BSON documents. Just where are like these are like which are like maybe JSON objects with the added data types. So let's say I'm storing 10, let's say each customers I am storing some data. Let's say customer name, customer age, customer mobile number, customer mail ID, but I have stored it in a JSON format. How it will be that in a JSON format? It will be in a key value pair. Key value is like customer name and the value. That is key. Key is the customer name and value is customer name, maybe like Rahul, maybe like Imshika, maybe some other something else. So yeah, the same way. Documents are grouped into collections. So let me check if you have any doubts. Okay, not at the moment. Yeah. So documents are grouped into collections, which are analogous to tables in relational database. So what do you mean by relational database? Relational database are nothing but the tables. Let's say I own an let's say I am heading a database backend or a thing at maybe a e-commerce system, e-commerce company. So what will be like a relational database? You can call it as, you'll be having orders table, you will be having customer details table, you will be having maybe partner tables, you will be maybe having payment table, something like that. So, oh, yeah, okay. So something like this you would be having. So this will be under relational database, and at the same time, documents are grouped into collections which are analogous to the tables. So this is the one of the example which I want to help you understand is in a weather app. Let's say you might store weather data for various cities as separate documents within a city's weather collection. So let's say you have a city's weather collection. In that, you might store weather data for different cities, maybe Bangalore, maybe Mumbai, like as separate documents, so just to more clear out the picture. And third is like here, if identifying use cases and requirements for document design. So understand your application's use cases such as application, content management, or data analytics. So it depends on the use case and the requirements for the document design. So first can be like analytics. So let's say I have some tables or I have some database, but and my let's say use case is analytics. I have a team of analysts which are going to analyze like which product is popular where. I mean, which of the delivery partner is doing good, which is not doing good. So let's say I'm storing some data and I have analytics use case. So accordingly, I have to store the data. Understand your application's use case, such as maybe user authentication, content management, or data analytics. So data analytics was one of them that we already have talked about. Second, like we, as we have mentioned here, define the requirements, like the need for real-time updates or complex queries. So let's say there are some real-time updates which should be happening on the backend, which doesn't happens like in some cases. So we have to define those requirements in case of like the use case and the requirements for the document design. One of the example here, which is a nice example. Let's say for e-commerce platform, the requirement to, to display product details, track inventory, manage user accounts, and influences data modeling. So this same case. Let's say you want to have a product display details, track the products, how much are there, how much is stock out, something like that. So and manage user accounts. This also influences the data modeling thing. So now we can just directly move on to the embedding, referencing, and then we can shortly discuss more in detail on the documentation which is given on the official page. That will help us to understand more better. At the same time, if you have any doubts, let me know. ठीक है. Wait for a minute. ठीक है. Yeah, so basically, just yeah. So next is this one, embedded versus referencing. Choose a right, like choosing a right approach. What should we choose and what should not we choose? It depends on the use case purely, but still, like embedding here is involving nesting related data within a document, reducing the need for the joins, referencing user references like usually the same object IDs as we have mentioned, like basically to connect data across the documents, whatever it can be like. So example for one of those is in case of embedded is a messaging app. As you may have also experienced like embedded chat messages within the conversation document. So it's something called which will fall under embedding. Next comes referencing. So in a social, let's say social network, other thing. So you have some reference user profile which represent like the author of the post. Anyone can have that like referencing all the part there, which falls under the category here referencing. Next, like this is a very important and a very interesting concept, like one to one, many-to-many relationships in MongoDB. So we'll talk about one-to-one. So each document has a single related document. So let's say you like a user profile is only associated with a user, not with multiple like not with multiple other networks. And in one to many, as you can see, a blog post with multiple comments underneath. If you post on the Instagram, many people will come there, comment, like, maybe save it, something like that. So this can be one of the examples of one to many, which is an important one. Okay. Now next comes many to many. So multiple documents are related to multiple others. So like users following other users on a social network. So that is the many to many relationship. So again, we'll look after those as many to many, like user profile document is embedded with user the same way which we already have talked. So what we'll do, we check out many to many. Let's say in a music app, tracks are related to multiple playlists, and those are shortly contains multiple tracks, and like this can be under many to many. So something like your network on the Instagram. Many people are connected to many other people. What we will do, I will just quickly share this tab. I hope this is visible, and we should uh, carry out this exercise now. This will give you a more better idea that why actually we are doing this, and how it will the MongoDB will help us like through this documentation. So basically, quickly a brief definition here. MongoDB is a document database designed for the ease of application development and scaling. So its objective is to scale, help product scale. Now, if I go here